Hello everybody, Bad Weather Freak here. I have a quick video for you this morning. Today is June 3rd 2026 and it's roughly 7:30 in the morning. I wanted to do a quick update. I took a look at the earliest or latest I should say, but early in the morning forecasting models to see what they were showing, and seeing what if there was any changes from what we have been experiencing for the past few days. And as you guys saw in my last videos, the American model, the GFS, had been pointing at something developing, and then it was a hurricane, then it was not, and it was just back and forth, just flip-flopping basically. But let's take a look at what happened and what is going on as of this morning. So you guys are seeing, let me go ahead and go forward. So for the past probably few days, multiple models have been hinting at some kind of low pressure system in the Gulf. Nothing significant, but nevertheless, I mentioned it before many times, when you start getting agreement, then it's time to pay attention. Not necessarily because a hurricane is coming, it's just necessarily, I would say, because something may form, let's put it that way. And then if you let me kind of zoom in a little bit here. That's exactly what the GFS is saying. Not necessarily that one, but the one behind it, the wave behind that basically develops from see the Western Caribbean, as a matter of fact. Now you can see crossing Cuba, right in the spine of Florida, basically western. Again, nothing major, but and again, this is gonna change. You guys have seen it many times that this will change. But you got the GFS. Now let's take a look at one of the most reliable models in history, which is the European model. Now the European, if I go forward in time, same thing. Now the European, see tons of moisture, but the European, the origin place is a little bit different. It has it more actually coming from the Bay of Campeche, and then it has a much stronger storm kind of forming 972, and then kind of making landfall in the Florida Panhandle. But again, this is way too far out. We're talking about 360 hours out, so that is going to change. Now let's take a look at the German model. The German model doesn't show anything, and I think it was the Canadian, the one that will show some kind of small disturbance. Well, they do updates, so again, the flip-flopping. But nevertheless, the trend is that there's going to be a lot of moisture in the Gulf and impacting Florida, whether it's just afternoon thunderstorm to potentially a tropical storm, tropical depression. Definitely something that we need to pay attention to, just in case of some kind of development. Now, of course, I will keep you guys posted, but that's something that each individual person has to be paying attention. Now let's take a look at the ocean in general. Let's take out the graph. As you guys can see, the Nino 3.4, it is basically at its highest peak right now, meaning that it is continuously to strengthen, and that's basically what you guys are seeing here. There's tons and tons of warm water, very large area. So in other words, El Nino keeps intensifying or strengthening. And let's see, let's actually take a look at the National Hurricane Center, because what is happening is, see here, there's no activity expected for the next 7 days. But then if we look at, let's see, the Pacific, we already have our first tropical depression number 1. There's an area with a medium chance of development right off the coast of Central America and Mexico. And let's go back to tropical tidbits so you guys can see. This is tropical depression 1. Let's take a closer look and see how it's developing. You guys can see that it's starting to deepen, and the thunderstorms are starting to fire up even more towards the center, which is an indication again that the storm is intensifying. What is the expectation? Well, expectations honestly is really low. Only one forecasting model expecting it to become a hurricane. The rest is a tropical storm, and it's basically not going to affect anybody. It's just going to intensify a little bit into the middle of the ocean. Let's put it that way. Now let's take a look also at the Atlantic, because there's a spot here that I have been watching, and it's basically a strong wave for all day yesterday, and it just kind of fell apart, which is expected for this it's typical for this time of the year, as basically conditions are not favorable in the Atlantic, especially in the Eastern Atlantic. But you guys can see that Gulf of Mexico, South Gulf of Mexico, and Western Caribbean, more and more thunderstorms are popping up. But thank you guys for watching. Any developments, of course, I will keep you guys updated. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it with families and friends. If you got any families and friends in Florida or in the Caribbean islands, Mexico in general, or anywhere that weather is going to affect you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.